In this video, we're going to do another example of the chain rule. This one will involve some trigonometric functions, in this case the secant. So if f of x equals the secant of 4x minus 5, we want to find f prime of x. Alright, so the very first thing again is to make sure that you can identify this problem as a chain rule problem. If I look at this function here, I can see that the inside part is more complicated than just x. If it were just secant x, then the derivative would be secant x tangent x, and the problem would be over with. But this function has 4x minus 5 on the inside, so this is definitely a chain rule problem. Once you know it's a chain rule problem, what you want to do is identify the inside function and the outside function. Alright, so the inside part will be 4x minus 5, right? And if I pop that 4x minus 5 out and replace it back with an x, I would wind up with secant of x. So this function is built by taking 4x minus 5 and substituting it in for x here. I would wind up with exactly this thing right here. Alright, so now that we know the inside and the outside part, taking the derivative is just a matter of running through the 3 steps of the chain rule. So step number 1, take the derivative of the outside function. So the outside function is secant x, so the derivative would be secant x tangent x. Okay, so I left a little spot here open, right, blanks in there where the x's would be, because of the second step of the chain rule says leave the inside part alone. In other words, everywhere where you would have an x in the derivative of secant x, right, you would put the inside part here. So I have secant of 4x minus 5, tangent of 4x minus 5. This a lot of times looks strange to people, and I think the reason is because a lot of the times the derivatives will only have one spot to put the x. In the case of the secant, there are 2, right? There's a spot here, secant x, and a spot here where the tangent x is. So you would have 2 spots where you have 4x minus 5. The last step of the chain rule then is to multiply by the derivative of the inside part. The inside part here is 4x minus 5. The derivative of that is just 4. So I'd have 4 times secant 4x minus 5 tangent 4x minus 5. It just looks a little nicer with the 4 out here, but that's it.